Here we are again on the 7-spot live chat area at the Newark Kit Car Festival 2023. And I'm pleased to say with us now, we have Dan from DJC Sportscars.
Hiya, thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. Your background is very sort of high-tech engineering.
Yeah, I've been doing engineering since I left school in 95. So literally left school, started at the bottom. Even though it was family-run business, I had to start at the bottom, worked my way up through the years, learning the machines. When I first started, I think we had 5 or 6 machines. So up to now, we've got 12 in there.
And these are CNC?
CNC machines, 6 machining centres, 6 lathes. We're just upgrading. I've just ordered another machine that we're upgrading. That should arrive in a few months. So the engineering company is my background.
And what sort of product are you supplying from those machines?
We don't actually know. We have to sign a lot of disclaimers. A lot of it's MOD, aerospace, medical. There's a few bits we do. It's quite nice to know what we make and where it goes. But a lot of it, we don't know.
But it's those sort of industry, a broad range of industries.
We do everything from, like I said, the MOD and all that kind of stuff. We supply jacking systems for double glazing windows. We've been heavily involved in HS2 on some of the concrete sections that they cement up, making some sort of joining fixture stuff for them. That's been quite a big contract. So it is a range of stuff, but our main is MOD aerospace. Yeah. That's and we specialise in a lot of materials that no one else likes to machine. Very, very small, very accurate stuff. So on the bigger stuff, like the machining of the car, that's I wouldn't say out of our envelope, but it's different for us, yeah.
So coming on to the car,
you
got this great engineering business.
Yeah.
Going on nice. How did you get involved in the beast?
So if anyone knows the history of the car, it originated from a company called SDR, Simon Dickens. He originally designed the car. I think it started in about 2007. I bought one off him in 2013 and built it. When I was getting towards the end of my build, he sold the company. I was actually exhibiting at Stoneleigh, but exhibiting the parts that I'd custom made for the car to sell that as a product. Custom stuff.
Oh, so you were already developing bits
on the car before? Yeah, he then sold the company, and because of the feedback I got from Stoneleigh that first year, I decided to buy the car. I didn't really buy the company's shut, but I bought the rights to the car, body moulds, and a 3D CAD, a model of it. But it wasn't enough. We had to strip my car apart and take it back to the drawing board and start again.
And what year was this? Because it's 2013.
Yeah, I'm trying to work that out. So it was maybe around 16. So I think my car, the first one I built was a 16. So 16, 17. So it was around that area that it started. And then over I sold one car, a few chassis, but 19 was the year that we were going to release it and push it a lot, but obvious reasons we couldn't. So the last few years have been more development on the car. Since our demo car now, we've got a lot of changes coming on the next chassis. So, improving it even more. So.
And you took the decision to produce it just as a turnkey car. I
will sell it in kit. Yeah. But yeah, I do advertise it mainly as a factory car. No reasons behind that apart from it's everything's made in house. There's no, apart from the engine and gearbox, there's no donor parts that you have to buy for it. I can supply everything, and you can bolt it together. I've sold a few like that, which is nice.
But I think that is very much what people are looking for nowadays. Is almost like that sort of Tamiya kit that we all have.
It's just a big Meccano kit. Yeah, every nut and bolt I can supply. Most of it is built in house now. So all the machining. Obviously, there's certain aspects of the car, the body. Yes, I did. I have done them in the past, but I let the fiberglass person do that now. Same as the engines and the gearboxes and the loom. All that, yes, I've done it, but I specialise in what I do on the car, and I let my suppliers do what they do on the car.
That sounds very sensible.
Yeah, you can't. I have to know enough on the whole car, but I let them do what they do. You know, I'm involved in the design of the loom and all that and everything. But yeah, they do their bit. Yeah.
So where are you going to take the car next?
As in moving forward,
Yes, development-wise.
Development-wise, so on the next demo car, we've made a big change to the rear end. It will look the same, but it can take a 6-speed Subaru gearbox now, which is better for torque and power, but it also gives us the sequential option, which is the only way to make the car faster. I can put more and more power through it, but yeah, I need to be able to put it on the ground and change gear. I can't make mine any quicker, even with all the power in the world, so... Yeah,
and it is that balance of development throughout the whole car, not just throwing lots more power at it. It's actually how.
Yeah, it needs. I think my car's running quite high horsepower, but with 100 horsepower less with the right gearbox, I think it's a faster car. It doesn't need the horsepower to do it. I think it needs. That's the next evolvement of the car. We have done the brakes. That's been a big one over the last year. We've made some changes to the loom again over the last year. The chassis front end has had a little bit of a change. There was an area that I never liked on day one, and it was quite a big thing to do, so we've done it on the last chassis.
And I thought the interesting thing that I've noticed on your Facebook page in the last few days was that with all this in-house engineering, you're even creating your own mirrors.
Yeah, the wing mirror was... Even when I built my first car in 13, I never could find a mirror I liked. To me, it was a plastic thing off the shelf that never suited the car. It was never there. So, yeah, over the last sort of month or so, again, even when, unfortunately, being an engineer, you're never happy with what you do. So it's been, I've designed it, I did it, and I put it on the car. Yes, I'm happy with it, but I'm sure I'll probably make changes as usual to it. But, yeah, if I can't find what I want, I tend to make it, and I tend to go out all down the 3D printing route and everything. So, but the mirrors are machine billet and hard anodized.
But that's such a great resource to have, to be able to develop those parts yourself.
It is a fine line for the engineering side of the company, because obviously that's always busy, always, that's running. It's not 24 hours at the moment, but it certainly should be at the moment. So trying to squeeze R&D stuff in like that sometimes, it is hard. It's a balance. It's a balance to do it. So, and then a lot of designing, long hours sitting at home on the CAD designing stuff, bits and pieces. So
that's been really interesting, Dan. Thanks for taking the time out to do that.
Yeah,
and we'll put a link to DJC Sportscars below this video. And if you've enjoyed it, and I hope you have, if you could give us a like, that'd be great. And even better, if you could give us a subscribe.